Lakers, Minnesota. This is interesting because look, this to me is the negative of the NBA parity era. I like the idea that we get like rematches of the year before, the run over the climb that we see teams have to make to get there, and the expectations that come with that climate, right? Minnesota traded Karl Anthony Towns, which made them worse. They're now the 6th seed after they went to the Western Conference Finals last year. But I don't feel like we look at them as necessarily being disappointing. These are just like the ebbs and flows of the NBA as it stands today. However, it wasn't that long ago that that team had a chance to go to the NBA Finals. And now they are playing against a Lakers squad where what we're talking about is the two guys up top, right? They got Luka, they got LeBron. They got two guys that can go out there and win a game for you or win a fourth quarter for you. But we know when Minnesota's at its best, that is a swarming defense that gets at you, and they have at least one that guy. On the other side, the Lakers are going to imagine do a lot of going small to try to play Rudy off the floor, but you can't play Minnesota into going small because Naz Reid can do all that other stuff, that can do big man stuff and small man stuff.
This is like a styles make fights thing, and I'll be on this series at least to start the first couple of games. And the thing that catches me about this one is Anthony Edwards. Not like we make the Vince, the Michael Jordan comparisons and all that. Hey, he should see food in the painted area like our man Hubie Brown. He should see food every time down because Jackson Hayes ain't stopping him from coming down the lane. And neither is, Dorian Finney-Smith when they like to play small and get him out of there. Like, there's a lot of different ways that Anthony Edwards can exploit this Lakers defense, a very good Lakers defense, mind you. Like, they scheme very, very well. They cover a lot of space. They zone up. So it's not going to be me beating you and then finding a space to the basket. I got to beat you and then maneuver around somebody else. So I'm very curious, Bo, how JJ Redick coaches this series. Or if they look at this and say, you know what, Julius Randle, you beat us. And we don't think that you will beat us. And that maybe that's your best bet. Because theoretically, from a physical standpoint, who do the Lakers have to guard that dude?
Something that is interesting. You and I have both been very complimentary of the job that JJ has done this year. I think he's done a good job. They're 3 games better than they were last year. Like, and they ran that dude out of there on a rail, right? This is going to be an interesting test, right? Because I think JJ's been good for this for 82, but it's going to be about, do you have enough inside, size-wise, to keep this going? Can you keep scheming around this? Minnesota is not the team to exploit it with a big man, but you're right. Anthony Edwards should be, look, Anthony Edwards, who I believe led the NBA this year in made 3-pointers, had been doing a bit too much of a Klay Thompson impersonation for my personal taste. But it's time for you to go downhill as much as possible.
Like, it's time to take off that Klay Allen Houston uniform and embrace your embrace your destiny type of thing. Go break out that 23 and all that. Go get Morris Blackman and just attack the rim. Look, the thing for the Lakers to me is this. If you're saying we can be big enough as the Lakers, you're also saying that means we're playing a lot of LeBron James at 4. And the same things that we talked about with Golden State and saying you got to play every other day and the physicality wears on you and the holding and the grabbing and the fatigue and everything else. That applies to 40-year-old LeBron James as well. It's just that he has Luka Doncic to handle a lot of the ball handling duties so that he doesn't have to. Like, he's going to get 20 to 25 just by accident, right? But how much is it going to take out of you to guard some of those big dudes? Remember, he's dealing with a groin injury that, whether he's nursing or not or whatever it is, but I don't know if you get a groin injury better by just sitting for a week and then coming back and playing and then sitting for another week because of this playing thing. Like, how much of a collective toll is this going to take on him? And for Austin Reaves, look, you must have forgotten this, Bo. His rookie season, when we just thought, oh, man, this is a nice, cute story. The NBA's Instagram account or YouTube account had an hour-long video of Austin Reaves' highlights from his rookie year during his rookie year.
Wow.
Baby, that screenplay has already been developed. This is not just asking who was playing Austin Reaves, and this was 30 years ago. Hey, Jason Bateman, come on down.
Bro, my favorite thing about Austin Reaves is how matter of fact he is. He talk about it, man. They be out there, they be like, yo, I'll go check the white boy. And he's like, you ain't gonna do it for long. Like, I love that he has just come to understand, okay, this is going to happen. Like, I think I saw this on his wiki page that he won the state championship in Arkansas over Malik Monk's team. And Malik Monk was a 5-star recruit, went to Kentucky, you know, has had a pretty good NBA career. And I think he looked at it that same way. Like, all right, but I don't think you understand. I've been busting y'all's black asses my whole life. This is what it's been. This is how it goes. But one thing to note, as I talk about the Lakers have those 3 guys, the thing that Minnesota has is Minnesota has 3 excellent perimeter defenders. They got Anthony Edwards, they got that boy Nall, and they got Jaden McDaniels. Like, they got 3 dudes they can throw out there at you.
Yeah, and usually teams only have 2 or maybe 1.5. And that's where, man, you got to put your best on Luka. You take your chances on LeBron, and whoever it is with Austin Reaves, you ain't even worried about shading help. You're just saying, hey, man, whoever it is, you on your own, do your best. We'll try our best to help you, but we can't give it up. Minnesota's got length. Like, that's the thing. You can put Anthony Edwards conceivably on Austin Reaves and feel comfortable. Remember in that series against Minnesota and Dallas last year, Ant-Man was worn out by guarding Kyrie. It was hands on shorts, doubled over, all of that, because so much had been taken out of him in the previous series, and you couldn't hide on Luka Doncic or Kyrie Irving. LeBron is not that type of guard where he's going to put that much pressure on you. Like, LeBron takes the game a little bit easier. He's not going to be going end to end, running around screens. He's not going to be doing this Steph Curry thing. It's, can you withstand the physicality? Maybe that's where the advantage is, because those Minnesota dudes are a little on the skinnier side, and you don't want Anthony Edwards guarding LeBron James and risking himself getting into foul trouble. Like, the chess match here between Chris Finch and JJ Redick is going to be really fascinating.
Well, I think your move, if you're Minnesota, is absolutely put Anthony Edwards on Austin Reaves. And we just going to do our best to just shut this whole thing down as an idea, right? And let the other guys whose fouls cost a little bit less, let them go deal with the other cats.
Do you believe that LeBron will sit firmly in the spot of, okay, Luka's time to turn it up is right now? Or do you think LeBron thinks, okay, it's my time to turn it up right now? Because I don't know if you've seen the media machine has been out the past day or so about relitigating the Miami Big Three. And last I remember, those were 3 superstars who came together. And now I'm being told it was 2.
So I think Rich is getting, from what I can tell, because I need to listen to the whole thing, but it sounded to me like the point he was trying to make was that Chris Bosh humbled himself and moved back to a role. Not so much that Chris Bosh wasn't capable of being that dude, but there wasn't room for 3 of those guys, and that he made the sacrifice and, as a professional, did the other things that needed to be done, but they weren't calling no plays for Chris Bosh to go win no games, right? That is me cutting Rich the benefit of the doubt as strong as it possibly can be done, because quite honestly, I just can't imagine that would not have been a smart thing to say. How about that? Let's just throw it out there in that way.